Hey, fam. Look, I I was at a game. I was at a basketball game with one of my church members. I had to go see her play, so I am late. So hopefully people will get on. I know I had it scheduled for 8, then I scheduled for 5, now I scheduled for 11, but that's just life. That's just life, and we just keep it rolling. Look, y'all know we just here talking. We just here talking. I don't know who's gonna come on. Hopefully people come on. I suppose we talking about some, like a horrible story. I mean, a horrific story. Now the key word is story. The key word is story. And I'm supposed to have it all gloomy, but I just ran in, dropped the phone. The phone is about to My phone is about dead. I supposed to have made 2 more phone calls that I'm hoping people just bear with me, but the show must go on. Now, it's like I couldn't sit here and put in the description, or I could have put in the description about how's your life after COVID, how's your life after the pandemic. So I put it's a horrific story, because I don't know how your story's going, but I can tell you how my story's going. My story's going wonderful. My story's going wonderful. I wanted some feedback and, hear about some people and, see if, the 2 people that are supposed to get on and we're supposed to be talking back and forth about their story, because a lot of things been going on. I'm just going to tell you, a lot of things been going on. Now, the horrific story that I want to just kind of like dive into now, people has been getting different diagnoses, right? And then you'd be wondering where this stuff is coming from. Now, I know I've been listening to a podcast, and I've been listening to this podcast for this gentleman, and he's in Canada. I've been listening to this podcast, and when we talk about those nano bugs or whatever those things are, and we've been, this has been well over, I would say, maybe 10 years or 12 years. And to speak to people and then hear all the things that's going on with them. And, it's just kind of sad, because they wondering what's going on with them. And it be those nano things. I know y'all be like, what the hell are those things? It's like dust. It's like dust. And people, it's entering their bodies, it's entering their brain. And it's hard for them to get the diagnose, when they go to their doctors, and then they wonder like what's going on with them, and their test results are fine. They don't have any issue with, as far as what's coming out on the test results, but they're having headaches, they're having different things, and they're just wondering why things is not going on with them. And then I'm looking at the people who are being affected. And it's like the ones that are being affected is us. It's mainly us. It's kind of slanted. And, I'm trying to be careful my words, but I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you guys. Hey, how you doing? But I'm trying to get my mind right of how I want to say this, because they're having issues to where, like, bleeding, brain fog, they can't concentrate, and they're getting diagnosis saying they have cancer. Hear me out now. It's like, some tests come out and say they have cancer, then they have another test and say they don't have cancer. So I don't know if it's you in the chat. They will go to one doctor and the doctor says yes, it's positive. They go to another doctor and it says not. Then they go to another one, they say it's not. Then they go to another one, then they say it is. So it's like you go to the doctor and you get these horrific diagnoses. And then you're wondering, where you should start, what you should do when you're getting different tests. And these different tests are coming up, and they're um want to schedule on something, and you're like, how can you schedule me on, let's say if you got to get radiation treatment, and you're trying to get radiation treatment and you don't need it because you don't have it, and then we have, we're talking about the horrific story is what's going on for 2020 from what's going on now. How's your life really after COVID? How's your life during this like pandemic? What was really going on with you? So I'm just telling you different stories, different things that people are going through. And really it's those, some people have nanobites, nano dust, nano stuff in their stomach, some people in their body, some people have different uh different things going in their body where they're coming abnormal for cancer. Some are not coming down for cancer, and some are being treated for cancer and they don't even have it because one doctor said they do and four of the doctors said they don't. So they're going off this one doctor and they're being treated and it's like it's like it's like her, like a horrific story. And I'm trying to give some time. I know it's like only 6 minutes, and I know I'm supposed to be telling some different stories, but whew. It's like sometimes you hear so many different things and you just want to bawl and cry. So sometimes I laugh so I wouldn't have to, because it's like, of course we know where they don't want us here. You could tell we're the most unloved, which we love ourselves, because I don't need their love. Like I don't need no one love. I love myself, and that is enough for me. But there's so much stuff that's coming out here, and it's going to push and keep pushing. And then I just want you to be strong and have the discernment to really be more proactive. Be more proactive. Now, if y'all not looking at these movies, and these movies are not telling you different things, I know y'all like, they're just movies. I want you to stand up, because a lot of people, it's like, I'm not here to wake people up. I'm not here to wake people up, because if you still sleep, you're going to stay asleep. If you awake, because a lot of movies are telling you to wake up. A lot of movies are telling you different things. And I'm not here to cite any violence, but I still want you to, think about a regiment that you've been on. Think about, because I sit back and I look at, because I did the family tree, and I looked at my family members, because we're melanated people. And then I'm looking at, all the stuff that's going on, and not saying, I would never say that my life is that way, but our life is that way. Our life is this story, and it's so horrific. I mean, think about it. To the average life is so horrific, because it's like we're already being targeted. We're already being, I know I'm going to take this video down. I'm going to take this live down, and the people that's seeing it, at least you're seeing it, but I'm going to take this live down. I'm not going to keep it up. I'm not going to keep it up, but it's like we already uncared, not getting any, and I'm going to tell you, some people are doing well. Some people are doing well. Some people are probably telling me I shouldn't be saying certain things, because I'm trying not to say certain things. So hold on. Yes. But okay, I'm sorry. People trying to text me and make sure I got home okay, because where we was at, I was about an hour away. But anyway, if I'm trying to say things real nicely, but you already know what I'm saying is, like, for us is medical health, our medical health, our overall life, our overall what's going on, what we seeing, when you're making the big bucks, you're already going to be tearing down. When you're making the big bucks, you already see that it's going to be where your life is affected. So the only way that your life's not going to be affected if you are making the big bucks and you're quiet and you're off in the dark corner and you're not being seen. You're not on social media. It's like, oops, Viola, you're already on social media. So it's like already got a big mouth, and it's like, okay. But besides all that, I mean, I don't have that many subscribers, so my channel's pretty small. I mean, they strike it. I already got 2 strikes, but things need to be said. We're already being targeted. We're already being hushed, and the what's going on with our people that we're supposed to be looking up to, our actors, and that you already see what's going on with them. But you only get but so high. And then when you get but so high, you already know they're going to try to tear you down. That's why I really would think we should just be segregated. You don't want us, but everybody wants to have our style, talk like this, be like this, try to rock their hair like us, stealing everything from us. I guess the thing I hate seeing is, oh, we're the first this, the first black. For one thing, we're not black. I know people, ooh, she says she's not black. You're giving us labels that we never asked for. Yes, you took the religion, yes, but we're spiritual people, because I'm still going to remain love, and I'm still going to give love, and I'm still going to teach and help and grow and be a master student regardless. I'm still going to keep pushing on, and I mean keep pushing on, because I already see who I don't need to ask for help from. You know what I mean? I already see and where you don't go to get help. The horrific story is, we already see it plain as day. What's in the news, what's going on in movies, how you treat us in the hospital, and going to, like the whole medical in itself. I mean, if we look at time and time and time again, what's going on, if I was looking at, like earlier today, I had to take a break, and it was like 15 minutes. It was like maybe 5:30, 5:45. And it's like everything I wanted to say on this on this live, it kept coming to me in these text messages, and not text messages, in the TikTok. I was just scrolling. And I put all of those on my Facebook. I put it all on Facebook, and I'm like, man, how they reading my thoughts? Well, you already know they're reading my thoughts. You already know, because what you speak and how I speak and what I've been saying up and down on YouTube, and what I'm saying in my podcast. We see in the podcast, you can see what's going on. But the horrific story is, we are being fed poison, roach spray. We've been poisoned, and we're being poisoned slowly. It's not going to be like shh, but being poisoned slowly. But we're not doing anything about it. I speak to so many people, and it's like, so we're volunteering to be poisoned, and you don't care. The horrific thing is, we get diagnoses, and you be like, so what am I supposed to do? And why am I going back in this regular diet? And is this meat real? It's like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Things you're not supposed to say on YouTube. But you can stay on YouTube. But we are being used and abused. We are being lied to. And we still smile and laugh, because we know our Most High got us. They do. And I already know, I say, if mysteriously I die or anything happen, I already know it. Don't think that, I committed suicide, anything like that. No, no, no. But with these lives and people you talk to, you hear the stories, you be like, wow, your doctor really said that. Wow, you really got that information. I'm like, wow. I'm like, did you even research? Because I know when I have issues, I think about everything I've eaten, everything that I came in contact with, and I do assessments there before I go out or go to the emergency room, only because of a lot of things that's going on. The horrific story is, you know, like I was supposed to start from when you're born. Think about this. So when you're born, what happens to you when you're born? In the United States, we already been given away and already turned to be dead. You're alive, then all of a sudden you're dead. And then they're already making millions of dollars off you, right? They're already making $1 million off you. But you're going through school, you're being indoctrinated. Long as you get A, B, C, D's, that tells you your credit. They can tell you if you're going to jail. They're already doing astrology to know what type of person you're going to be. They already have stuff already mapped out. And yeah, I know people like, what does she talk about? That's not happening in America. Well, my people, I know it's like everybody. I know it's everybody now. It's everybody because, it's all about greed and all the other stuff. I don't know. Y'all can put some stuff down in the comments. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to put nothing down in the comments. Because after you're born, you're going through school, you're getting these citizenship awards, you get how you say, you get a perfect attendance because, still money being made. And it's like, man, all this money being made, all this stuff. Then you're taking all these immunizations. And then I was looking on the chart. I know I can't show you on a chart, but since I've read so many books. I mean, so many books, so many things in my head. I be reading like 4 books at one time. I know I shouldn't do that. And you're like, when you got time to read, right? Before I go to sleep. And sometimes when I wake up, I just get a book, pick up a book and read just so I can be on a know. But since they put the law out that you cannot sue the companies for the immunizations, now the immunizations has tripled. I don't know if y'all not really paying attention, but the immunizations has tripled. And if you don't believe me, you research this for yourself. Everything I'm talking about right now, research it. Research everything I'm saying for yourself. Research it. Research it. Because we been knew they didn't care about us. You could from history on to today right now. You already see. You like, well, some people doing good. Are they really doing good? I mean, are they really doing good? Think about all the Black actors and actresses and baseball players and basketball players and athletes and, singers. And you look at their lives, you just look at that. So think about the average person. Think about all the people in your family right now. We got people, and I know this is all around. I'm just saying in general. When has you seen something so great that we got our own hospitals? We have our own banks. Literally, do we have our own banks? Because I'm noticing that. And I asked the question. I will, call up a Black bank and I'm like, is it only us? And I know you're the word Black because that's what they label us. So I say so-called. Do you have other people, putting money in. They're like, yeah, they take money from everybody. Then you're like, so how is it? Is it really black owned? Is it only us? You know what I'm saying? No, no. Do we have our own insurance companies? You probably find some. Like right now, we should been owning a basketball, football team. We should have been record labels, and look at the record labels. I don't even talk about record labels, but it's so much that you can look at America, and then they say by 2020, by 2053 or something like that, we're gonna be broke as a joke. And I'm like, yeah, because you making sure it happens, because you writing these laws and you fixing this and you fixing that. These are horrific stories. You'd be like, no, you're talking about stuff that's going on now. Yeah, but you know, 5 and 15 years ago, you'd probably say I'm a conspiracy theorist and be like, yeah, these are just stories. Yeah, that's why I said horrific stories. And the regiment, right? We think about the regiment for all this. Yeah, leave us alone and let us be our own. But, and this is me being nice, and they said it in the movie. I don't know what movie it was. It could have been one of them gangster movies, I think it was American Gangster, when they tell me they just want the nigga pennies. Yeah, because we spend the most money, the most money, because we got to have the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, and the Prada, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, ah, and don't feel bad, because I felt that too, because you could tell by the car I drove. And I was like, well, look, I did this, I deserve this car. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, you bought that car for a reason. Yeah. I mean, I was in a network marketing company, and I hit senior vice president in 5 links, and they were known to get a BMW. I was like, I don't want a BMW. I didn't want a BMW. I wanted the other car. So I got the other car. I didn't want the BMW. I'm just telling y'all. But it's always this. And I'm like, I should have got me 200 Accords and been done with it. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that. Not like Honda Accords, but them some reliable cars. Whew. But more on the horrific stories of how it's always a foot on our neck, on our head, or somewhere. Even, I could tell my YouTube page, I've been trying to push to 4,000 some supporters for the longest. And I'm like, well, I'll stay at 3,900. I said that, and it's been a year. It's been a year. We tell us since 2022. I've been pushing to try to get 4,000. I was like, Korean, I just laugh. So I already know. That's why I was like, me sitting here speaking on health. And I'm like, are they really listening? And I know y'all listen. Just, the algorithms, how they push things. We already know, because I appreciate whoever listens. I don't even care if 3 people, I appreciate it. But I'm just saying in general, when you talk about this, that, are you doing any progress? And then they say your background, your lighting, your listen. I'm like, to me, it's just the message. Don't look at, don't look at all of this. It's just the message. People like, oh, you talking about health, you skinny. I'm like, listen to the message. Think about, the facts. Forget your feelings and stick with the facts. The facts is, yes, the facts is we're eating food that's not food. We're eating meat that could be human meat. We talking about some horrific stories. There's some horrific stories, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? The medicine, you either get steroids or you get fluff, or you think you're getting what you're supposed to be getting. It ain't what you think you're getting. You on Tylenol for years. I was like, I thought about it. I said, I'm in my 50s and I've been taking Tylenol before I was born. You say, how you take it? Because my mother, how you say, you pregnant, you could take a little Tylenol and it'll be all right. And you'd be like, what the hell? Yes. My mother took Tylenol because they said you could take a little Tylenol and be all right. Y'all knew that. Baby Tylenol, baby aspirin. You'd be like, what the hell? So when is it going to work? When is it? I don't know about y'all, but isn't it time at work? And then horrific stories. If you got the cure for cancer, can I get the answer? No, I don't want the nano. I don't want the nanoparticles. I want the real deal. I want the stuff that's going to help in a day. So, can I get the real frequencies? Can I get the real sounds? Horrific stories. They'd be like, what in the hell? I know you're like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about some horrific stories. I'm talking about how we've been portraying the cow milk, and it's been hurting so many people. So many people. Hey Sandra, how you doing? Yes, the message. A lot of people don't want to hear the message. A lot of people don't want to hear the message. A lot of people don't know we should need to stand up. I mean, don't you get tired of hearing the 1%, the 10%, the this, the that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you hate us that much, when are you going to just leave us the hell alone? Don't you just want to say that? Can you just leave us the hell alone? You don't like us, you don't want to be around us, but you want to see what we're doing. You want our nigga pennies, you know? And I ain't saying that's what we are, but I'm just saying in general. I'm just venting right now because I'm telling y'all some horrible stories, some horrific stories that we've been dealing with for the longest. The longest we've been dealing with it. So I just said, let me come over here and tell some horrific stories about how some of, I could say, my family members, you know, because I remember it was just, you know, I just try not to be emotional because I remember the time that my daughter had her appendix rupture and a doctor said it's not her appendix. And she was one of us. And it just makes me think, like, the hell are you doing? You know, I know people make mistakes. I know people make mistakes, but was it a mistake? Or was she trying to check some agenda off? That's just me. Y'all want to know how I feel? That's how I felt. That's how I felt. Just like when you go and tell an 80-year-old woman, I think something's wrong with your thyroid. And then when she come back and she get the 2 slits on her neck, and you come back and say your thyroid's fine. And we just being pin cushions. You know, I can tell you some stories. I could tell you some stories to where you telling people in my family that it's okay to drink cow milk, knowing damn well that it's messing up their stomach, and then you act like they don't have parasites, and they do. Yes, I was reading how they say parasites is just, I'm not even going to quote what website this is, but y'all can research for yourself because Google's a motherfucker. Okay, so in Google, and I promise not to cuss, but that's a horrific story. So in the story, it said that parasite cleanse is a lie and y'all don't have parasites, or it's a regimen just to make people rich. And I was like, it saved my life. It saved my life because if your body's toxic and your body's has a lot of acid, and you've been eating a certain type of way called the SAD, you know, the American diet, the SAD American diet, that's horrific. It's horrific. And it's tearing up your body, and you have parasites that's just in there, and you just craving stuff, and your body's shutting down, and you telling people that parasite cleanse is a hoax. I was like, wow, I'm not. I'll put the in the description. I'll put the link, and y'all can go read. Matter of fact, y'all could probably look it up now, and three websites will come up. Three websites will come up and tell you how parasite cleanse. You don't even know it, and then when you go to your doctor, you never hear the doctor talk about parasite cleanse. You never hear them talk about parasites. I don't care what you said. First time I ever heard somebody said about parasites, says you got H. pylori. They just said you got a little stomach bug. And I was like, okay, so what is that? What is that? You thinking about this is way back in 2000, back that was 1999. And you don't know what the hell the doctor's going to take care of you, and all you know is blowing in this bag, and then they give you some pills, and you're like, is this working? Then they're like, yeah. And I'm like, did it really work? Did it really work? And the sad thing is, no, it didn't work. It did not work. It didn't. How I know? Because all of the surgeries I had, all the instances and all the issues that I had. And as I'm studying and I'm reading and I'm looking at these books, I've read over about 12 herbalism books. And in those books, it's like it just slaps you in your face. I mean, you be like, slap this side, punched in your gut, punched. I mean, your body will be black and blue from all the information that you see in the book. And then you go and you speak to somebody, and the information they give you is like horrific. And I'm like, well, was you trying to kill me now? Or you trying to kill me slowly? Or, yeah, that part. Because I'm going to be resilient, and I'm just going to be resilient. I'm going to be resilient and just step aside and not go to certain people. That's just me. Some horrific stories is where a gentleman went to the doctor and they end up blowing his kidneys, almost died. If it wasn't for his wife checking on him and being about her job, I'm gonna tell you, it's something about knowing your man and that woman knowing her man, saving his life. And it's like, nope, y'all check his body right now. She was like, check his kidneys because something's going on. And if it wasn't for her husband would be dead right now. Tell me some horrific stories. Said he had COVID, didn't even have COVID. Misdiagnosed, blew his kidneys. No, he didn't die. He's still alive. But it hurted him to where he couldn't work. So you don't think that a lot of our families are being destroyed because now they have us on this, you got to have this money. I mean, it's like money, how they talk about is the root of all evil. No, you made it to where we got to have this money, and we having these young people, and they looking at the parents and like, you ain't teach us this, like a bill. When is this water bill going to be paid off? When is this light bill going to be paid off? You know what I'm saying? You have these things, and then you having family members go to the doctor, and then it be like the emergency room fault, and then they don't want to say the emergency room did it because they want to doctor some stuff up. And these, it's mainly our people. I don't know about y'all. Horrific stories. This man almost died. There was other issues going on. I just don't know, pinpoint all of the things. But the main thing was his kidneys was blown to where I'm not really sure if it got down below a 10. But right now he's doing wonderful. And he's like a 36. No, I didn't write it down. No, I didn't write it down, but I think the last numbers we heard, I think it was he's in the 30s, between 25 and 35. I know it was between that. I don't know. I speak to so many people and I get so many things, so I don't quite know the number. And if he's in, yeah, you know, you can put it in the chat because I really appreciate you guys going in there and putting it in. Look, the floor is yours. We talk about, you know, this pandemic, this crap that happened to you, what you learned, because we got horrific stories. We have so many babies being born miscarriages. We being like a pin cushion, being a pin cushion. That's why I look at it. You know, you're talking about depopulation. That's the quickest depopulation in the world, right there. The reproductive. So by this time, 10, 20 years from now, you'll see it probably slow down. That's why I said if I had my my uterus, I'll be having the baby right now at 56 years old. I'd be like, yep. And I'll take the money, my savings, and be artificially assimilated and have a baby. Populate this world. I know it's crazy. And I promise you, if y'all go look right now, I'm telling you, if you go look right now, I'm talking about horrific stories. And this is not horrific. This is actually make you go, They're looking for 18 to 30. They're looking for pure bloods to donate sperm. You'd be like, what? Yeah. Yeah, they want pure blood. And then you'd be like, so let me get this straight. First was a mandatory. Then now you're looking for pure blood. You're looking for people who didn't take it to give up their sperm. Man, please. And you know how much money they're asking for? They asking for $2,500 per sample. Now I don't know how much it was before, but now you want to know how much they're asking for women eggs. Just make you think. Just make you think. There's a lot of little things that come up. People like, well, dang. All I say is I believe our people needs to do that part. Yeah. I'm not saying everything on this thing. I'm not saying everything on here. I'm not. Because they said we tell too much. I'm just talking about the stuff that's going on now. Yeah, everything I just said, you already know. You know, we're the most hated because it's obvious. It's obvious. All these fightings, all these different things, and I don't know. No, this is not a script. I don't have a script. I'm sitting here making cards for my business, and I'm just talking. No, I wasn't prepared. No, everything I just said went out the window. Went out the window. If y'all got a question to ask, y'all can ask the question, because a lot of stuff that's happening is happening on purpose. And I want you guys to be prepared. And I'm being well prepared. You know, don't just think that because we had one demic, can't have another. Because the laws are coming down like left and right. Left and right. Here it is December, 17th, 18th, 17th. What is it? Yeah. Oh, December 19th. See? Look, I'm retired, so it's December 19th. And we got like less than 20 days, less than 20 days before 2024. And is it really going to be 2024? Or is that just the clock that they say it's going to be? You know what I'm saying? 13, 12 months and all these other stuff. But so what I was talking about, because I supposed to have started off when you was born. So just think about this. If I know your birth date, the time you was born, I can tell your sign, and they can tell everything about you. You can talk about how to talk to you, how to teach you, how to all that. Then I put you in school and I take you away from nature. Take you away. I don't make you critical think. Then they say you're supposed to do it in college, but are you really critical thinking in school, or are you being around your peers and your peers are making you critical think? Because you're still being taught to be a great researcher, right? Until you do other things or go to certain schools. Think about it. Think about what school you went to, what school your parents went to. Think about what they went to. I'm just saying about your life. And do you feel like that there was a, and I'm talking about my people. I'm talking about my people. Like, I don't know how anybody else. I'm just saying from what I see with my people. You think we being treated the same? You already hands down. You're like, I would never want to be you. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Because I can say I'm living an excellent life right now, regardless of nothing. Regardless. I'm going to keep being happy. Like I said, keep being loved. But we talking about some horrible, horrific stories. You're like, how you laughing? You talking about horrible, horrific story. I'm not going to sit here and cry and whimper. That's what they want you to do. Because if you keep giving your energy and keep giving your thoughts and all that about that, it's going to go that way. So I'm going to keep straight, and I ain't going to act like this blindness, because I can see all over here. I can see all that. I'm not going to make them go left. I ain't going to let them make me go right. I'm just going to keep straight, keep happy, keep smiling, keep joy in my heart, keep laughter, even though you see it, even though you see it, even though you see it, even though you see it. Anybody have any questions? I'm like 41 minutes in. So you said the message is the key. And I know I saw that before. You said that's strange. I'm trying to say, I guess I missed that part. I think I forgot how I think I did that. Yeah, I'm saying the thing. But if you can, family, if you on, like, share, tell people, subscribe. Sometimes if you don't get the message, you got to unsubscribe and resubscribe and hit all. You got to hit the notification, because I'm going to go live probably tomorrow and a whole nother different topic. I just wanted to talk and get all this stuff out that I was thinking, just what I was thinking, because like the horrific stories is, we're like a joke. People are laughing, talking about they stole our history, and been lying to us, because America is really Egypt. America is really where we're from. Y'all don't think we know that? We know that now because, you don't lie to us, and a lot of stuff is coming out. But it's a lot of stuff that we don't know, but it's coming. It's coming. I believe it's coming because the time, from what we see and what's being shown, it's like the time is coming up. How you said, dawn of a new day, dawn of a new age, from all the black magic and all the lies and all the things that we're being taught, and what you're forcing us to have some type of religion. And the horrific story is, are we praying to a demon, or we're praying to a God? I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, and a lot of y'all don't. But if you think about some of the things that they say, and if you read like the 42 laws of Ma'at, if you look at, and I know I was supposed to put that on a video yesterday, and I was comparing to different things, but it's like, so you try to say don't do voodoo, and then you're like, did you make voodoo kind of spooky, or was that a religion to where it wasn't the way you thought it to be? Because when you hear voodoo, all you hearing is some things that sounds, scary, and we're putting poison, but that's what's already been coming out. If y'all don't look at the medication, really research the medication, research the symbols and all that, Research it. Go in there and read the words, and because I go in there and look at it, and I'm like, whoa, what's this symbol? What is this and what is that? And you read into it, and then you start looking at a different language, and then you start comparing things, looking at the Black Law Dictionary, looking at Western. It's like these words are not mixing and this and that. And you go back to past history, you go back to, you know, what you tell us plain as day. And I go back and I look at some of the books, and I'll have like 4 different or 5 books open. I'm looking at the books and I'm like, wait a minute. If y'all go look at I can't even think of the Book of Eden. I'm trying to think Back to Eden, that book I'm reading. And I was like, on here, if you read all of the regiments, right? You look at all the regiments, you look at the case studies that they did. And I'm like, so why are we, eating this? Why are we doing that? And then it's the main ones with the billions of dollars doing stuff that's just so horrific. I mean, so we're growing food, and then you're spraying the food, and then and then you want to get free medical, right? So if we're eating food that's being sprayed and y'all putting stuff in it, and it's making us sick, and we got to pay for medical, and if we go over our deductible, and we have to have a surgery, and then we got to bankrupt everything that we do just to get better, but the medication is making you sicker, or it's just barely keeping you alive. I don't know. I don't know what y'all think. But y'all don't think about that? Nobody? I know they threw an ad up there. It's about to go down. But right, I thought about that too. I was like, so you give me this regimen, right? So if I have an upset stomach, or the main thing, a lot of people can't go to the bathroom. Like people have IBS, Crohn's, they have all these issues with their lymphatic system, meaning, their gut, their intestines. And then you tell them keep eating meat. You tell them keep eating dairy. You tell them go ahead and eat the grains. You tell them go ahead and eat GMO. You tell them go ahead and eat the bio engineered food, the food that's botany. You're taking chicken now. You can cut out the pus. You can cut out all of the poison. I was looking at this cow. This cow has swolled up so big. It was in Canada. This cow swelled up so big, and the man took a knife and cut it and pushed all the air. Then all this pus came out, and the cow just got up and lived like, thank you. And I was like, the hell? But we're going to still eat that meat, right? They're going to still eat the meat. And then I'm watching other things, and I'm reading other things, and I'm reading the studies, and the studies are showing the meat. And in the meat, that was showing what percentage is human and what percentage is pig and what percentage they don't know. They don't know. But y'all still going to eat it. And then I was thinking, what my family eating? And I tell them, they go, no, it's not. You lying. Horrific stories. I tell people certain things, and they be like, you crazy, or you this, you that. And I'm like, okay, if that's what you feel. And I just, I gotta woosah and ignore it and just say, okay, I'm just imagining things. I'm just imagining that. I'm just imagining this. Yes, I think about it. I guess I'm not seeing what you're saying. Let me put something up there. I don't know why that is there. Let me see something. Because I can't see your message. You said I think about that all the time. I guess I missed what you said, but it's just sad that all the stuff that goes on, um, they hate us, right? They don't want us around. They wish we were off the face of the earth, right? So I think about all that, and we're all human, and we we all just different shades. We all different shades, and it's funny because if we go take a DNA test or whatever they try to call it, a lot of us are mixed. A lot of us are mixed. That I'm wondering what they gonna kill themselves if they got some black, like so-called black blood in them. I just laugh. I'm like, okay, so you getting what I meant, and we having mixed race babies, and so who's gonna say, who's gonna say who has the right to live and who got the right to die? You be wondering about that, right? You be wondering about that. But I know. Anybody got any questions? I know I'm just sitting here um saying certain things, because we have horrific stories happening day to day. We have the stuff happening every single day. Every single day. Every single day. Yeah. But we're not gonna let it stop us. We're gonna still love. We're gonna still push on. We're gonna keep pushing on. We're gonna push on. We're gonna be like baby's kids. We don't die, we multiply. We do. We do. We sure do. You said about yes. 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 We are how can I put it? We are thinking that is the best we can because some of us don't know. I get that. I know that a lot of people, like even I, before I realized about, the herbs and, just a second opinion, we wasn't made with a zipper. So because we wasn't made with a zipper to open to say, oh, fix this, take that, we shouldn't have nothing taken out, nothing shrink, nothing, because there's frequencies, there's sounds that can heal your body and regrow, but that's not privy to us. There's different lights that heals us. Light, the sun. I mean, heal. There's cures out there that we won't even be able to touch because we ain't privileged. We just don't have the money for that. We don't have the billions of dollars. But the people who got billions of dollars that can go out and have, make these hospitals for us, have our own communities, are barred against that because they don't wrote a non-disclosure agreement, or they how can I put it in a nice way? They are barred to do that. They just can't do it. They just can't. They can't do it for a reason. Yep, they can't do it for a reason. So, and that's where we are right there. That's where we are right there. Because I know I keep thinking about getting some land and be away, but I was like, hell, y'all not letting us be away. Now everybody trying to say, so where you at? Let me find it. Let me fly this drone over just to peek and see, and let me right? It's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to take the tatty tat, so you're gonna throw some mosquitoes and some flies and some stuff and let us get bit, and then we get it anyway. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it's so much stuff. I just be sitting here looking at it. And I just enjoy everybody I'm learning from. I just want to give a shout outs to the people that I'm learning from. I appreciate the knowledge. I mean, I just be like, thank you. I read different books that would just make you just cry, but it's good that you got the knowledge. It's good that you see it, because a lot of people are dying that should be here until they're in their hundreds. I mean, yeah. And if you think about it, right? What is the depopulation? Half the people. I mean, if you think about the ones that wants the depopulation, were they already cloned over? Y'all think about that? Were they cloned already? Did they already do the Get Out? And the Get Out. Y'all seen the movie Get Out? Did they already change and take their brain, and did they already do that already? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how y'all think, but my mind I be here looking at that. I be like, wow. So I can't believe this. I can't believe that. But I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys on this live. I appreciate you. I didn't get I didn't get any questions. And I know you're like, what is the scary story? The horrific story is, look at the average person like myself with this skin complexion and tell me about their story. Tell about their story. Tell about their life. I mean, right now, everybody's going through the birth certificate, the straw man. Everybody's going through all that's supposed to be old and whatever, but it's still happening. It's happening each and every day, each and every day. All that system, everybody like, oh, whatever. So what you think this next system is? The next system is what? The crypto? If it's not going to be crypto, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Everybody should be run out going buying gold and silver. Soon it's going to be like, you can't be, it's going to be illegal to buy gold and silver, which I thought that was kind of, yeah, that part. How they don't want us to make money when you steal our information, when you put it in the patent office. I thought about that. I said, the patent office gets every detail, every minute, I mean, even with a period and cross the dots and the X and zeros. That's what the patent office get, right? So who's over the patent office? Whew. Horrific stories, right? Make you just want to just like you go to the mail post office, right? Get a stamp, seal it, and have it postmarked and have it mailed back to you, right? And unopened. I think that's the best patent office it is, right? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. But I am going to get off these wires and carry my behind to sleep. It's after midnight. So now we can really talk. Look, fam, we can really talk. What are your questions? It's after midnight. After midnight is the 20th of December. Y'all got 5 days before y'all do, well, 4 days. Now it's 4 days because y'all got Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas because if y'all know what Christmas is, oh, you know what? Now we could talk about a little bit about Jesus. We'll talk about Jesus just a little bit, because that's where I really wanted to start off. But I'm glad it's after midnight, so I'm glad we get to talk now. If society in the whole world, I'm talking about everybody in the United States that are Christians. I'm talking about the Christians, and I'm talking about the ones that can't stand us. And if they knew they was bowing down to melanated, because y'all say a black man, a black face, y'all want to say black face, a so-called dark copper, I think it'd be a civil war or something. I, I'm not saying it'd be a civil war, but it'd be something. It'd be a chaos, and they'd be like, who lied? And they'd be looking at us, I thought about that. I'm sorry, I'm doing too much. But I thought about that, and I was like, if they really knew the truth, imagine if in every church in America and they had a black Jesus, how you think the world would be? How you think the United States would be? Honestly, even the Ku Klux Klan. Imagine. Anybody on? Y'all want to talk? I'm serious. How you think the United States, they'll be like, what? Then they'd be like, who the joke's on? Then you did answer? You said they do know? You think that's the real problem? Do you believe that's the real problem? Look, let's see. Do you think that's the real problem? You think, because sometimes I think about, hey, so I'm sorry. But I'm glad you said that. Because I look at, like they'll say the horrific story is how we've blinded, and they have us looking up to, a bald-faced lie, instead of giving us, just what, we need and we deserve. And it's like, you want us on the bottom for what reason, when you might as well say we're all equal. And hear me out, we're all equal to have every right. You know what I mean? Even though we got all the rights, but y'all get me, because I'm not going to get so much into religion, because it's not really religion. It's just it's just a lot of twisted, and that's the horrific story in there. The horrific, horrible, horrifying, because if you go back to, all the lynching because of the skin, all the stuff that they did, and it's just, and the stuff that they're still doing, because it's sad that we're being, if you look at all the missing people, we are amongst the highest that's being kidnapped and stuff like that. So, and then I was like thinking about the movie Get Out. I'm like, wow. So it's cannibalism at its fullest. And it's sad. But I appreciate you. I'm glad, Angela, you said that, because whew. You think that's why the hate is so real, so deep, that sometimes they want the skin? I don't know. It just tell you where my mind is going, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys staying on. I don't know what part of the country guys are in, but I don't know if it's mainly California on here, because I know a few people from California are on, and it's probably still late. Okay. So that's Ohio. Okay, so you're an hour different. So it's about 11 o'clock for you. I really appreciate you guys on. If you guys have a question, y'all can answer the question, because I didn't want to put in the which I would have, but that would have been I really don't want the YouTube page to go down, but it's like sometimes you just want to really talk and really say some stuff. But I know like an hour after they don't really care about what you're saying unless I don't know, they go in here and start having a human look at the thing, or some of the people on there. But it's just like the horrific story is, if their plan do work to where they kill off 1 billion people and live 500,000 people, you'd be like, well, who gets to select who's there and who's there? The name, they already got the names. I already know they got the names. I already know they got a whatever, you know. But it's sad because I feel that the red and blue, they're gonna fight amongst each other because they like, oh, don't you? Why you got my family? Oh, you got my family, and the gatekeepers and the gatekeeper and the secret agents, they're gonna be like, why you got my family? You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah. You think about that, right? You ever thought about that? You ever think? Who they? Well, why my family not on there? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's going to build these bunkers now. Now, back in 2019, or yeah, 2018, 2019, 2020. Remember when bunkers, everybody's talking about bunkers, secret caves, these everybody's putting out these non-disclosure agreements. Then you seeing these whistleblowers coming out. Oh, they got this secret bunker. We've been knew that. Yeah. Yeah. And I know you're talking about, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even want to talk about them guys. I don't even want to talk about them guys because I already know they are the gatekeepers. They're the gatekeepers. But I'm real interested to see what's going to happen between January and February, and who's going to be the next president select. Because I don't even want to care who's running. It to me it's like, we don't matter. We don't count anyway. I mean, my vote never counted, never will count. Yeah, I can say what y'all want, never will count. That's the way I feel. So people are like, you should be. I'm like, man, what they care about what I say and how I say it? As long as I don't rile too many people up or wake too many people up, that's the bottom line. They don't want me to wake too many people up. Yes, lots of money. I mean, that's the like all the stuff that's going on. That's like number three. The money's like number three. I believe money is number three, because right now they're just making sure they get on a list to be alive and make sure their bunk is right. And yeah, yeah, because the biggest shift in wealth is happening I want to say the last 2 to 3 years, because you see the deficit is going to get higher and higher, and they trying to make it seem like the deficit will only go down to zero if they kill a lot of people. And I'm like, okay, so if you collect all them insurance policies, didn't they already file bankruptcy? I mean, if we go up and really look at the bankruptcies, you could be surprised who's being sued, who's on bankruptcy. And I'm like, wow, just don't make any sense. Yeah. Yeah, because they'll make sure they get money. And just like in the riots, they'll make sure they get a good insurance policy and burn their bills down. all that stuff. All that stuff. But we're not privileged to that. We're not privileged like now that we getting our businesses, getting our wills, getting trust. Now all of a sudden changes. Now it's yeah. They say, oh, we're too late. We finally catching up. No, because a lot of that information is privileged. Just like if we look at the insurance policies, man, insurance policy, now they got insurance policies over hedge funds and over, I was like, but a hedge fund, shouldn't that be illegal? I don't know. I don't know. Listen to some of these things. It's just, I don't know. It just goes over your head, and then it makes you think like, okay, I don't know. Like you said, who are the who's really is in control, or who's having an oversight with all that? There's no one to oversight. You know what I'm saying? There's no people to check those people. You know. So to me, it's just going rampant. But fam, I done rambled enough. I done said some stuff and said some stuff. But I'm gonna get off here. It'll be a surprise what I talk about tomorrow. I'm gonna talk more of health. I'm gonna talk more of health. But all I can say is um leave y'all with some things. Still be proactive. Still be proactive. Still stand on your square. Still stock up. Yeah, met me as a prepper way back then about the go bag. Make sure you still have a go bag. Go back in there and add some more stuff in your go bag. Go back in there and do what y'all guys need to do to have your house stocked up. You got ammo. 5 years, even 2 years, they know how to hand you the ammo, how to unjam a gun, still teach them how to clean. They can clean the weapons, or they can help you build some ammo. Still know how to do how you say put some y'all remember how when y'all saw the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, and she had to run out and she put that thing on that door that came down, so when a man tried to go, he couldn't get out. So it's like some safety maneuvers. So not really safety maneuvers, but make sure you're putting some booby traps around your house. Not booby traps that's going to hurt anybody. Read between the lines, but make sure you fortify your house, fortify your surroundings, fortify. Y'all hear me? It's a lot of stuff that you gotta really think about. You know, do you got enough beans and rice? Yeah, you're gonna be tired of beans and rice. It's okay. It's all right. But store up some, dry some cilantro, some parsley, some spinach, dry some stuff up, dry some vegetables up. And I'm saying dry, and make sure I check what it is. Clean it up first, because and have some seeds. Get some store. Oh, I just remember I have some soil that I gotta take out the living room. I mean, out the garage. But learn how to grow some food. Clean water, please. All that. Don't let that just go out the door. Please make sure you still know how to do that. If you have, get you a solar panel or build you. They got so much on YouTube right now. They teach you how to contract your own water from a plastic bag. It teach you how to make heat from a little fire. A little candle, heat a room. Still get your tent. Still get your plastic. Still get your tape. Still stock up. Stock up for burns, treating for wounds, infections. Y'all better get your oregano and stop playing. You already got your iodine, right? Y'all got your iodine? Okay. I just want to make sure you got some stuff, because I know there's many things that I can ramble off, but I'm just trying to make sure you guys be prepared. Those movies are telling you something. I put a decoded one on Facebook. I'm gonna put some more. Even go to Dane Calloway. I'm just here to make you think. He got some stuff up there. It's just so many people out there showing you some different things. And don't sleep on that crypto. Even if you put $300 or $100, even $50, at least you'll make some money, or at least you'll be in the game. At least you'll be in the game. And look, I look, ain't the financial advices, but I was in the military, so I have some kind of background, some kind of knowledge for how you do some life-saving steps, because still get you some knives, still get some nunchucks, not nunchucks, what is it, brass knuckles. Get one of them things that the police used to knock you over the head with. Get you a taser, get something, get you some pepper spray, bear spray, get something. get something, because y'all remember that movie about that movie out now that everybody's talking about, the Obama's maid. You see how they had the man there talking about, oh, get a bat. And I'm like, what the hell? Y'all ain't got no guns. Y'all ain't got nothing. So it has made people look so stupid, right? You know, made them look ignorant. But we know, y'all know what's up. But if y'all got any questions, yeah, water filtration, traps, yep, yep, snares. You said it. Some traps and snares. See, y'all go down there and listen to Sandra. She's telling y'all exactly what to do, how to read. Yeah, and I kept speaking on that, and I'm gonna tell you, Sandra, I'm glad you brought that up, because I remember when I was saying, if you want to learn how to read a map, give me your email address. And I had a course laid out and only 2 people showed up. And I was like, wow, it's free classes. I gave free classes and nobody wanted to read a map. Come on, teach your children how to know how to get down the street, how to get to someone's house. They need to know how to read a map, because this may not work. This may not work if we have a pulse. Y'all seen the movie, whatever sound, whatever frequency, whatever, because 5G is no joke. 5G can penetrate your cells. Y'all gotta realize some of the stuff with the 5G, the 4G, the 2G, the 3G. Y'all gotta remember what some of that stuff is and what it does, because it just shocks me sometimes. I be like, what? And throw your microwave out. I want to throw mine out, but my mom probably just kill me. I need the microwave. I'm like, use a frying pan. Go ahead, use a frying pan. I know I'm being silly. You say you teach survival. Excellent. Good. She said, I know that's right. I appreciate you, Sandra. That is excellent. You said, I just do it free on YouTube. I just throw a video out there and just hope people watch it. That's what I do. But I'm glad that you have the people right there in front of you to teach them. And send them home with some homework, and have them practice some stuff, not practice, but show that their parents stuff, so that'll get them knowing the stuff, so they can say, oh yeah, I taught my parent this, and mommy taught me this, and granddaddy and mama and auntie, and whoever, if you can. But Sandra, I appreciate you in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. But fam, I'm about to carry my behind to bed. You guys, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Y'all never really seen me this late, but I had to come on because I gotta stop changing my lives. I stopped changing my lives. I really enjoyed the game. My team won. My team won. So I appreciate them inviting me out to the game. And I appreciate you guys coming on and listening. Let me just go ahead and carry my butt to bed. Peace, fam. Love you guys. Good night.